Inventory and accounting software demo. Here first we select item group from item master. Item group is where you can categorize items. Here I am giving mobile as one category. Just click add button, then group name, enter, then select the tags and save. Like that you first create all categories that's needed for the shop. Just click add button, give details and save. Now to edit, you just click browse button, then select the group, just click enter key, then edit button, then corrections are made and saved. Now in masters, item masters, here we give all the names of items that are there in the shop. First click add button, then item code. You can give any code if you need, or else just leave it blank. It will generate auto ID. Then HSN code, then item name. After that you select the item group, the group which that item belongs. Then you have to give the measure, that numbers, kgs, like that. Then opening stock is the stock that is there in the shop as opening. If not there, then you can give 0. Cost price is the cost price of that item. Then MRP, then sales rate, all that you have to enter. Then click save button. Then again add button, give details of the next item, like that item name, then select the group, then rack, then measure, then opening stock, then cost price, then MRP, then sales rate. Sales rate you can see 3 boxes, WS rate and CS rate. Retail price is S rate, then wholesale price is WS rate, and cash price is CS rate. You can set the different rates, or else you can give same rate to all. Like that you enter all the items that are there in the shop. You don't have to use the mouse, just click enter key, it will go to the cursor, will go to the next box automatically. Now here also click the browse button if you want to edit or correct some items. Just select the item, click enter key, edit button, then make the correction and save. Let's click the save button. Now the next one is supplier master. Suppliers are those who supply items to your shop. So you have to make list of those suppliers. Give supplier name, their place, address, phone number, their tax number or the GST number, whatsoever. Then opening. Opening is the opening balance. That's the amount of money that is pending to give to them. So if it's not there, you just give 0 as opening. And then save button. Here I am giving 2000, means I have 2000 rupees to give to that supplier. Like that you create all the suppliers that are supplying items to your shop. Now the next one is customer master. These are your customers to whom you sell the item. Now here also click the add button, customer name, then ID number or barcode number. That's if you are supplying some card to customer, means you can scan that card there. then place, contact person name, address, shipping address, all these things you can give. Then select the state that customer belongs to, then their phone number, GST number or tax ID number, then the opening balance, some balance if it's pending for from them to give to you, then you can give that. Here also browse button, you can edit the customers. Now the next one is rack. Whatever rack you have in that shop, you can set name for those racks, then you can link that to the item in item master. Now in miscellaneous item stock change, you can see all the items that are listed or entered by you. You can just edit it by just double clicking on the item name, then save. Here also you can select a particular rack to see the item of that rack only, or stock, no stock item, or you can select item group, then you can see the item of that group only. Like that you can filter the items, or else you can scan the barcode also there. Now in transaction purchase, it has state purchase, interstate and purchase order. Now I am taking state purchase. Just click add button in the bottom. Give invoice number, then invoice date, then reference number if there any, then select the supplier, cash or credit. Cash means ready cash, credit means that bill is credit. Then select the item. Then barcode you can enter or scan if there, otherwise leave it blank. Then quantity, then P rate. P rate is the purchase rate before tax, per piece rate. Before tax, what is the rate of a particular piece item. Then the tax, MRP, sales rate, all you can give. You can also enter directly in that net amount box if you don't have that P rate. That one item entered, then the next item select its quantity, P rate, all you give. That item, then next again add button, then next item. Like that you enter all the items in that bill. Like that. Next, if there is any new item that is not, you have not entered it already in the item master, then just click F2 function key. Is there in the keyboard, F2. Then this item master will automatically open up, and you just give the details there of that new item. Just remember F2 key. Give the details and save. Then that item is automatically filled there. Just select that and enter details. Enter all the details. Now since it's a new item, then you have to give all the P rate, MRPS rate on you have to give again. Now the S rate is sales rate. Now tax, net amount, okay. Like that you enter all the details of that bill, and if you want to edit any item entered, then just double click it. Now that item will go above, and you just enter details again and you can put it down. Okay. Now click save button. Now that purchase is entered. To edit the bill, just click that arrow button next to that show button, just a small button. That browse button will get enabled. You will see that browse button. Just click it. give date and OK, then select that item just by entering. Now you can click the edit button and make corrections and save that again. This is the interstate purchase. Like that you can have purchase order, just to order item. Now in sales, you have three, unregistered, registered and interstate sales. Just select unregistered sales. Click add button, give the customer name or just click down arrow button to select the already stored customers. Then cash or credit bill. Just select credit if it's credit. Then you can select retail, wholesale like mode. If you select wholesale, then wholesale rate will come. Just scan the item in code or select the item from the list. Enter quantity. If you want to correct the rate, then you can also correct the rate. See that old balance of their customer comes there. You can just save the bill. Now show button, you can see the bill, or print button to print it. Like that you can see that bill. Print button, you can print that. See, you can click that pay button if that customer gives some money. Now that balance is showing and you can enter the amount that is given, then exit. To get the report, you press that RIC button. You can see the report of that customer, opening balance, then amount sales, then amount given, closing balance, like that. Here also you click that small button, you will get that browse to edit the bill if some corrections are made. Just double click on quantity. Just double click, twice you have to double click, then you can correct it there itself. Also in yes rate, if the rate is different, then you can correct it. Then again you can save that bill. Save. Now if you are using dot matrix or thermal printer, means the bill format will be like this. Dupe bill, using that you can print the bill again. Just give the bill number there, you can duplicate that bill. Now in sales quotation, you can just give a printout of your quotation. Your stock will not be affected. In like that, sales quotation is also entered like that only. Just click add button, then select the customer, give details of the item, then save. This is just a quotation. Now if you want to build this quotation, then open sales, then just give the quotation number there. Just give the quotation and press enter key. That bill will automatically be filled. You just save that bill or make a correction and save. In sales you have two types, registered sales and unregistered. Registered sales is for those who have GST or tax number. Unregistered is for retail customers. Now this is a purchase return if you want to return some items to the supplier. Like that, sales return. Sales return, if some customer brings back the item, then enter it in sales return. That item will be added to your stock again. In others you have quick sales, local purchase, like that. If you have some item that is not in GST bill, then you can enter it in local purchase. This is the item edit. Here you can see the stock, current stock and all you can see in miscellaneous items. Now if you have some item, for example Colgate paste, you have already that item in your rack and again that item comes with a different rate, then you have to give batch. Now here Colgate, I am giving that batch here in purchase. Just enter some batch number. You can also give MRP there. The new batch is created. Now the same item has two batches and in your rack you have two items of the same item with the different rates. Here the rate is different. So if you have that like that case means you have to give batch in purchase. Here in miscellaneous item stock change you can see that item twice with the different batches and different rates. So one has 20 stock and the other has 6 stocks. Now in sales also, while you are selecting that item, it will ask which batch it's asking. Just select the batch that's required and the stock will be minus from that batch. That is batch system. Now in supplier payment, this is where you give payment to supplier. Just select the supplier, then cash, then give the amount. That amount will be deducted from that supplier. Like that, if you are giving some check to the customer, supplier means select the bank here. Instead of cash, you select the bank. Then check number and give amount. This is also in supplier payment only, but here instead of cash, you are selecting bank. That amount will be deducted from that bank and given to the supplier. In supplier check clearance, you have to clear the check. Just click add button, you will get the list. Just select it and save. Like that, customer receipt. When the customer gives money to you, just enter it here. Just select the customer, enter the amount there. In other transactions, other payment, if you have some other expenses like electricity charge, rent you have to give, just enter here. Just select the ledger. Here computer service charge I am selecting. Now giving the amount and saved. If you have some new ledger means taxed other payment. Here also it's other payment only, but you can claim that bill in GST and all. You can claim that tax. For that you have to enter here. Just select cash. Then you have to give full details of that supplier who is supplying that. Then you can select the category. It's a fixed asset or service. Then pre-tax amount. Before tax amount you have to give, then percentage of tax, then save. You can get a separate report of this entry and you can claim that. Now if you have to create some, here you can see in the list ledgers. You have to create new ledger means which is not there in this list means just go to accounts, ledger creation. Just click add, enter new ledger name. For example, medical charges. It's new ledger I am creating. It's the indirect expenses. Just save. Again you have to create new bank means just enter here only. Here I am giving ICICI Bank. Then in group you have to select bank account, save. Now here in other payment you will get that medical charges that you can see there in cash, or bank can also give check in bank. Enter the amount, save, then clear that check. In other payment, check clearance, just click add button, select that check and save. Now here, if you want to deposit some amount to the bank, then you have to give it in other payment only. Just add, then select the bank. Here I am selecting ICICI Bank. Then cash. That cash will be deposited to that ICICI Bank ledger. Now you have to, same way you have to withdraw some money from that bank, means other receipt. Select that bank, then cash, then give the amount and save. It's entered in other receipt. Then you can also print barcode, offer barcode like that. So offer barcode printing. Then you can print the barcode sticker. Just select the item, give number of stickers you want, just click the print button. You need to have that barcode printer, then that sticker will be printed there. SMS sending facility, you can send bulk SMS, just create some groups or directly from the customer list. Then type the message and send. And it's reports SMS, sending report like that. This is the report section. Here you can see all the reports, item reports, all the list of items you have, it's stock, group reports. Low stock item reports. Group reports. Then customer master, list of customers you have, their balance. Customer receipt reports, customers who give money, that report, when they give that money. Customer statement, just select one customer, enter a date, you will see full details of that customer, their opening balance, their bills, payments they made, closing balance, like that. Full statement you will get. Same way for suppliers also. Supplier master, their balance. Supplier payment reports, payments that you have made to suppliers. Then supplier statement, select the supplier, their statement, opening balance, their purchase details, payments made, closing balance, like that. Other transactions, the other payments that you have entered, you can see the report here. Other expense details, other receipt details in receipt. Now purchase register, all the purchase details, purchase item wise, each item how much you purchased between that dates. Select a particular item, then you can see from which bill that item is purchased, bill wise, item wise report, like that purchase report. Now sales report, sales register, daily sales, bill wise report. You can see credit and cash separately, credit bill and cash bill. Salesman wise you can select, or retail wholesale bills you can get the report separately. Item wise sales register, each item how much is sold. Group wise, customer wise, select a customer, you can see all the bill details of that customer. Then select a customer, you can see item wise what are items they have purchased. Like that, the sales reports, many type reports are there. Item wise, bill wise report, just select an item, enter dates, you can see in which all bills that item is sold. You can find the bills. Profit register, item wise profit or bill wise profit. It's item wise, each item how much profit you got between that date, or bill wise, from each bill how much profit you got. Like that reports you get: purchase value, sales value, profit. Then item stock report, it's a ledger: purchase quantity, sold quantity, return quantity, then balance quantity of each item. Stock ledger report. Stock report date wise, just give the date, you can check the stock on that date of all items. You can also select tax, that taxed item will only be seen. You can also get Excel report of that stock report. Just export that to Excel format. Item ledger, just select an item, you can see from where it purchased and sold and the balance. After each bill, you can see the balance quantity of that item. Then return reports, sales return, purchase. Then tax reports. You can get B2B, registered, unregistered. This is the sales report, tax report. You have to give to the auditor this report. It's a detailed report. If you want to purchase, then select purchase report, tax wise, each percentage tax with their tax number and all. Like that, you just select which report you want and give dates, you will get that report. All tax reports are there. If you want it in Excel format, just click that export all button. You will get one folder, and in that folder all the reports will be there in Excel format. Just give this folder to your auditor. All the reports will be there in that. Purchase report, sales report, everything is there in that folder. In detailed folder, you will get that report in some detailed format. Tax summary report. Here you can see the total summary, input, output tax and the net payable tax. Item movement report. Now account section. In account you have ledger creation that you have seen already. To create new ledger, then opening balance, opening entry. Here for each ledger you give the opening. Opening is the financial year starting balance, or when you purchase that software, the opening balance. Then the balance sheet, then profit and loss report, ledger reports. Just select one ledger and give date. You will get full report of that ledger, whatever happened for that ledger. This is the Canara Bank. I have given one check to that supplier. That's debited. Then the closing balance of that. The ICICI Bank, medical charges, check given, 10,000 deposited, then withdrawn the cash, closing balance in the bank. Like that, group reports, voucher reports, then day book. All the transaction of that date will be there in day book. If you click the narration, then you will get narration also. Then trial balance. In ledger report you can select the cash to see the cash sheet. This is the cash sheet. In report accounts, ledger report, select the cash as the ledger. These are the main features of this software. In utilities menu you have that backup and all. Daily backup you can take from utilities menu. Just click backup, user settings, etc. Thank you.